Hey guys, Aaron Joel here at the Missouri Firearms Coalition. A very brief update for you guys. I hope you're all enjoying your weekend. Hope you have some time to get out on the range. I hope to do so myself if the weather cooperates later on today. Guys, breaking news for all of you. If you haven't heard yet from our email program, the Second Amendment Preservation Act was just added to the Senate debate calendar. That is a very good sign, and that means that the last vote in the Senate may take place on SAPA very, very quickly. Now, guys, when it comes to trying to guess the timing here in Jeff City on a bill, that's very hard to do, especially in the Senate, because unlike the House, in the Senate, the minority party has a lot of additional options to prolong debate, even to filibuster on a bill, and all of a sudden the clock is radically changed from how things were laid out when the week began. So there is a scenario where we could see SAPA on the Senate floor by late this upcoming week, or it could push into the next week. The bottom line is it is on the debate calendar. We are bill number 9 on that list right now, and we have every reason to expect this bill is coming up for floor action in the relative near future. Now, guys, good news, bad news situation. The great news, we're past the House committee, we're past the House, we're past the Senate committee, and we're on the debate calendar now. We have one vote left in the Senate to finish this fight. That's the great news. And before I even get to anything else, I just want to remind all of you guys, the reason why this is happening is because of you guys. I hear this basically every single day in Jeff City. I hear it from lobbyists. I hear it from lawmakers. I hear it from reporters. Everyone always says the reason why SAPA is moving here in Missouri, when everyone said it would not come back up, is because the lawmakers in Jeff City have realized if they don't toe the line when it comes to gun rights, they will be eaten alive in the primaries. You guys proved that all the way back in 2018. You proved it again in 2020. You proved it in a big way in 2022. And you proved it in spades in 2024's August Republican Party primary. The reason why MOFC has clout in Jeff City, because of you guys. So if you're ever tempted to be tired of firing off your email, if you're tempted to not hit that petition link, to not make that phone call, I'm telling you, we have about 15 more days on the calendar here in Jeff City. Do not get tired. Do not get fatigued. Help us keep the pressure white hot until we hopefully finish this fight and get this bill on Governor Kehoe's desk. So thank you to all of you guys for all of your activism so far this year. Now, I mentioned the good news that we're almost done. The bad news, if there is any, is there still, I believe there will still be a fight coming over amendments on the Second Amendment Preservation Act. We have not had much in the way of organized opposition to SAPA so far this session in Jeff City. There is an exception to that, though. In other words, we haven't had Giffords. We haven't seen, we've had a couple Moms Demand Action people, but not many. The exception to this is law enforcement lobbyists and law enforcement liaisons, not from rural Missouri, but from St. Louis, from Kansas City, from Columbia, and a couple other areas who have come to the Capitol time and again, and they are now mounting a massive media campaign trying to convince the Senate that SAPA is somehow harmful to law enforcement. Of course, as you guys know, SAPA is not harmful to law enforcement. SAPA says that Missouri cops will only enforce Missouri gun laws. That way they can't be used by the next Democrat in the White House to enforce federal gun control laws. It's always interesting to me who is making these arguments. Again, it's not police chiefs in rural Missouri. It's not sheriffs in rural Missouri. And it's never the actual frontline cops, the men and women who are out there in a patrol car answering calls for service. It's always department heads, and it's always been appointed police chiefs, not elected sheriffs. But I got to tell you right now, these guys do have influence. They do have influence, and they're trying to use that right now to weaken SAPA through amendments. See, the way it works is they tried to kill it in the House. They couldn't do that. We passed it there 100-49. They tried to nuke it in committee in the Senate. That also failed. We passed it 5-2, a roll call party line vote, 5 Republicans, 2 Democrats. And now their last chance is to kill it via an amendment on the Senate floor which could happen very soon. Their number one goal with the amendment is to get rid of the civil penalties. If we have no penalties in SAPA law, if there's no way to hold St. Louis and Kansas City accountable, SAPA will count for nothing. That's their number one objective. Their number two objective is to get rid of this the current language that makes it clear the ATF cannot use Missouri cops to enforce federal gun laws. It's called a joint federal task force, and these police chiefs want to maintain that. And guys, here's the dirty, rotten secret, dirty, rotten truth. They want to do it because under the Federal Equitable Sharing Program, this is a federal government program, when local law enforcement aids the federal government in these task forces, 80% of all monies that are taken in by those task forces when it comes to seizing property and cash, 80% reverts back to local partners, aka those police departments. So there is absolutely a financial motive that is motivating these guys in their opposition to SAPA. I was talking the other day to a senator, a very powerful senator in Jeff City, and he said, you know, what's ironic to me is we have these guys who come to committee and they say, well, SAPA is going to hurt us like this. SAPA is going to hurt us like that. One of the objections we keep hearing is we can put bad guys in prison longer using federal authorities than we can using Missouri authorities. So if you support law and order, you should vote no on SAPA. And the senator was laughing with me. And he's like, you know, if these lobbyists were serious, they would come to Jeff City, they would propose a bill, and they would say, we want to double the jail time, the sentencing options on drug dealers, or we want to radically increase penalties for violent criminals. We want to put people on death row, you know, for committing violent felony crimes against people. Like, if there was an actual problem that they thought SAPA presented, like there's not enough jail time, all they have to do is propose a law to increase the penalties. And they never have. And the reason for it is there's not really a problem with SAPA. It's simply political posturing. So, guys, I know it's been kind of a long video, but we're in a very pivotal time right now in our fight to safeguard the Second Amendment Preservation Act. This final fight will decide if we pass a clean, strong, wonderful version of SAPA, or if we're going to have a gutted version of SAPA that sounds great but has no actual teeth to it. We have to have teeth, or else the law has no impact. So again, thank you so much for all of your activism to date. You've got us past the House committee. You got us past the House, Senate committee. We're on the debate calendar. We're almost home. Keep the pressure on. I'm talking to senators basically every single day in Jeff City, either in person or by text. They are hearing from you. They're hearing your emails. They don't want to water down SAPA, but there is a concern that other members of the Senate, whether it's Democrats or termed out Republicans, they may try to run this amendment. We have to keep our foot on the gas all the way to the very end. Thank you so much, guys, again, for all of your activism. Again, we don't need SAPA today. We don't need SAPA in 2025. We need this in place as a bulwark, as a wall to protect our state the next time a commie Democrat becomes the president or the resident in the White House, because the next Democrat we have in the White House will make Joe Biden's attacks on our gun rights look like a Sunday school picnic. The next Democrat is going to declare open season on gun owners. And if we don't have SAPA in effect, they will use our own cops against us in these blue communities to enforce federal gun control laws. Guys, help us stop it here. SAPA helps us. SAPA helps our cops. SAPA keeps Missouri red and free. Guys, hit the link below. Send your pre-written email to your senator right now and tell him or her to help us finish the fight, to vote yes on HB 1175 and to vote no on any and all amendments. More to come, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. Hey, guys, MOFC is fighting hard to expand Second Amendment freedom to make sure our children's children have a right to keep and bear arms. Get involved in this fight today. Number 1, sign up for text alerts. Number 2, follow us on X. And number 3, like and subscribe for more content.